Growing up, I always believed in the paranormal, whether it's seeing shadow
I,
people
I
or
say
random
you just
objects around the
going
house
off of
moving.
those people.
But today I wanted to share my experience on what I've witnessed in my life. When I was young, I used to live in this house, and for some reason, it felt off. The house was nice and all, but something about it felt weird. We had a big backyard, but behind it was the woods. Everything haunted you could think of from a house, we had it. We had a basement, an attic, the backyard with the woods. For a while, nothing really happened. But one night, I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. I looked outside the window and saw a random kid standing outside the backyard. I didn't think much of it. I thought my mind was playing tricks on me because I was so sleepy and I thought I was just seeing a branch that looked like a person. So I went back to bed. The following night, I seen it again, but this time it was closer. I went upstairs to tell my mom. She woke up to see what was happening and it disappeared. She didn't believe me and told me to go back to bed. The next night, I decided to go outside. No one was there. I went back inside, and before I closed the door, I felt cold air rushing past me. And it wasn't even a cold or windy day. Anyways, I went into my room and I turned out the light. I was getting ready to go to bed. I heard something fall. I looked and I saw the person I kept seeing outside in the corner of my room. I was scared. Obviously, I was a kid back then, so I just put the sheets over my face in hope that the ghost or whatever would leave. After like 5 minutes, I took the covers off of me. I looked around and saw nothing. I thought it was all in my head, so I tried to go back to sleep. But then, my leg gets pulled. I fell off the bed and I started to cry. I was so scared of what happened that I couldn't even sleep in my own room anymore. So I had to sleep in my mom's room. My mom's room was upstairs. I slept on the floor and I was near the stairs. One night, I woke up in the middle of the stairs. I was sleepwalk as a kid, so I didn't think it was a ghost at first. But the next night, I woke up in the middle of being dragged. My mom heard me crying. She finally believed me. When it turned morning, she started to sage the house, and then she cleansed me with an egg. It's a Mexican thing. Anyways, for a while, everything was normal. I wasn't being dragged in my sleep. I wasn't seeing things, but I still kept waking up with bruises. But everything changed when I moved to my grandma's house. Living there was hell. My mom would always tell me stories about my grandma. She would say that she's the devil or a witch. She did horrible things to my mom and my uncles when they were kids. My first day being at the house, I already felt some negativity. The house had a creepy vibe to it. There was the grandfather clock, weird puppets on the wall in the rooms, and the weird paintings. Not to mention, this was my first time actually seeing my grandma. I heard stories about her, but I'd never really seen a picture of her. And when I met her, I was low-key scared. She looked like the leprechaun.
Vegas, my kind of town.
Anyways, living at her place was pure hell. And I ain't talking about a one-day thing. It was an everyday thing. My first day sleeping there, I already wanted to move out. I slept by a window, and one night I heard a knock. I opened the curtain to check out what the noise was. What stared at me back had me scared. From what I saw, it looked like my grandma, but her face was distorted. I ran out of my room and saw my grandma eating in the kitchen. So who the hell did I see out in the window? Every night got worse. It was the weekend, so I didn't have school. I was staying up watching TV in the living room. I was low-key hungry, so I went to the kitchen to find something. It was dark, no light. Only light source was coming from the TV and from my phone. I heard a noise. I thought it was my mom or my grandma. When I looked over the fridge door, expecting to see one of them, what I saw had me so scared, I ran out of the house. I was so scared by what I saw that I felt safer being outside at night than in the house. The way I'm gonna describe it sounds so weird that y'all won't believe me, but I'm being for real. It was tall. It had a leg of a chicken on one side and a leg of a horse on the other. It had a body of a buff goat and the head of a demon with big horns. The eyes were red but dim, and it had sharp teeth, and the fur was black. I don't know if I saw the devil that day, but I couldn't get that horrifying image out of my head. I never told anyone this story, not even my mom. This is literally my first time saying anything about that. My stepdad owned a ranch back in the day. Every summer we would visit the ranch. It was in the middle of nowhere. The nearest store or town was literally an hour away. For the 5 times I visited the ranch, I never experienced anything. But one summer, everything changed. Me and my stepdad were building a new shed because the old one was breaking down. It was getting late, so we were preparing the resources for the next day. I went into the barn to get the wood. The barn had no actual lights. The only light source was coming from the 4 lanterns. I heard a noise behind me, so I went to go check it out. The sound came from the darkest part of the barn. I saw a shovel on the floor. As I went to go pick it up, I heard scratching in front of me. I thought it was a rat because there was a lot of them around the ranch. As soon as I put the shovel back, something or someone from the dark grabbed my face. You're probably wondering maybe it was a rat. Even my family thought so when I told them what happened. I know what a rat feels like. I like that. I had a rat that crawled on my arm once. I felt a hand grab my face. If it was a rat, I would have felt the 4 feet. After that, I refused to go into the barn alone. Well, that's it for today's video. If y'all enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for 500 subscribers. This means so much. By the way, this is just part 1 of my haunting experiences. If y'all want me to share your stories, comment them or follow my IG and DM me your stories. I really want to include y'all in my videos more. But yeah, before I leave, let me give y'all the verse of the day. John 14:6. Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth. No one comes to the Father except through me. And yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all in the next video. And remember, you are loved and God loves you.
Bye, have a great time.
Let's go. I need W's in the chat. I need W's in the chat. I see red punctures, I'm blowing his back. He talking real crazy, I take off the map. Yeah, I might take you off the map. Then I might pull up my shotty, I pull